Reconnect. Ah, shoot. I know what it is. When I put this down, something happens.
It's the magic drink.
The recording has been started. We're back. I have to be careful how I put my drinks down. I'm going to get a separate stand for my cocktails. That seems to disconnect us. Okay, yeah, that's true. But Tennessee, Tennessee's had won national titles. Peyton Manning came out of there. I mean, it's a premier football program, and he's leaving it for Southern Cal. That absolutely floors me. But you got to remember, he guaranteed they'd beat Florida. He interfered with the recruiting of athletes, particularly University of South Carolina, and where one of the he denied it, but I don't believe a word out of Lane Kiffin, and the people in Tennessee will back me up now when they consider what he's done to them. But Lane Kiffin told a recruit who was considering going to the University of South Carolina, he said, "Well, that's fine if you want to pump gas through there."
Oh, yeah, I heard
Remember that story?
I heard about that story.
And he said, "I never said that." And the kid's coach or something said, "Yeah, you did. I was there when you said it."
And then,
of course you said it.
South Carolina proceeded to thump them, didn't they?
No, we lost. It was a tough, tight game, but we lost to Tennessee. Both of us finished with a 7-5 record at the end of the season. So anyway, well, that's Lane Kiffin. On behalf of everyone in the Southeastern Conference, I'd like to say to Lane Kiffin, don't let the screen door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Maybe he has less enemies in California now than he does in Tennessee.
All I know is you people in Southern Cal, you want a Lane Kiffin? You got Lane Kiffin. Good luck to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye is right. That brings up Skip Holtz, who also left his position at East Carolina. Now, he did a hell of a job at East Carolina. Now, you got to remember, Skip Holtz, he's the one, I believe it was Skip Holtz who built the University of Connecticut program. Took them from, Division II to a Division I school and won games and got him some respect.
Remember, his last gig was South Carolina with his daddy. That's not true?
No. He started off with University. He was, I believe, the head coach at UConn. And, of course, UConn beat South Carolina this year in the bowl game.
Right.
And then he came and he was an assistant coach for his dad, Lou Holtz, at the University of South Carolina. That went well for a while. Mm-hmm. And actually, the whole problem with the University of South Carolina turned out that Skip Holtz did not have a very good grip on his players. And we had some pretty ugly people playing at the University of South Carolina. And that affected the team. All the progress he made began to lose, because no one's going to put themselves on the line for a guy who breaks into your dorm room and steals your stereo and things like that. And that's the kind of people they had there at University of South Carolina. So Skip Holtz has left, and he's taken the position at South Florida, which is beginning to make quite a name for itself in football. I think they're in the Conference USA. Kentucky basketball, are they back with a vengeance? They're undefeated last time I looked. You know who that is, the head coach there?
Who is Patino?
No, Patino used to be there. Patino went to Louisville. That pissed off the people in Kentucky. I kid you not. He used to be their coach, and he went to Louisville? What the hell was he thinking?
But he's one of those coaching geniuses, man. I mean, he can make it happen wherever he goes. He's just incredible.
This guy is Kappa something or other. What's his name? He was the coach. He coached in the NBA for a little while, and he's the one that was choked by the player, that NBA player.
I know.
You remember? And there was a practice, and he was giving him a hard time. So the player reached over and started choking his coach. So naturally, you would think that, okay, that's it, pal, you're out of here. Well, no, he's not. It's the NBA. The NBA, you're allowed to choke your coaches. It's encouraged, I'm sure.
But you can't carry guns into the.
But no guns. You have to commit all your violence with your bare naked hands. So, kind of. Oh, God, no.
Hold on a second.
No, he was at St. John's. I almost said that.
Capicoli. No, that's
Capicoli's close enough. The last one we're going to cover here in sports is Mark McGwire. Now, are you a baseball man?
I know some things about baseball. Baseball has been very, very good to me. That's a big reference to Saturday Night Live. Garrett Morris.
Chico Escuela.
Exactly.
That means boys' school. Chico Escuela literally means boys' school. Yes, keep your eye on the ball. Baseball been very, very good to me. Chico Escuela, Saturday Night Live. Garrett Morris, right?
That's right.
Garrett Morris played that role, and he was wonderful as Chico Escuela.
He was the first black guy really to break out in Saturday Night Live way before Eddie Murphy, and he doesn't get enough credit. Although he's a big writer for the show.
Yeah, he did a lot of the writing, yeah. Mark McGwire, this whole era, known as the era of the steroids, Mark McGwire not only took steroids, but it seems to be some evidence that he was taking growth hormones. Now, why the hell Mark McGwire needed to take growth hormones, I don't know. But, he had to retire, it was about the age 36?
Yeah.
He should have had 4 or 5 years left in it.
Should have.
But, that the human frame is only meant to carry so much mass. It ruined Jose Canseco. He always had back problems.
Yep.
McGwire always had knee problems.
Yep.
Barry Bonds kept having to buy bigger hats. And probably had to have breast reduction surgery. He took his breasts and put them in his scrotum, because those shriveled and the breast grew. It's just, baseball is so attuned to its statistics more than any other sport I can think of.
Absolutely.
I mean, a real baseball fan lives and breathes and dies by the statistics. Your team could suck, but if you have one really great player on there, you knew all its great statistics. I was a Washington Senators fan, and they sucked. They were awful. But I knew about Frank McGwire, and I knew not Frank McGwire. The first baseman there. Oh, Frank Howard, not Frank McGwire. Frank Howard was the first baseman there. I also knew that the Senators had the only starting pitcher that I ever heard of pitched a no-hitter and lost. Lost 1-0. He had walked the bases around in one inning, and lost 1-0. That's how bad they were. But I just don't think that anybody. Mark McGwire does not make the Hall of Fame. And guess who else doesn't? Who else do you think does?
I would say all those guys that you just mentioned. Canseco, well, he didn't have the numbers. But,
No.
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds will not make the Hall of Fame.
But here's my thing about steroids. Okay, I did a whole paper in college about steroids, and yes, they do a lot for bulking up muscle. They do a lot to your adrenal glands, and they make you more aggressive. However, I don't know how much they add to your ability to hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball over the fence. Do you gain that much strength?
Yeah, you do. Actually,
wrist?
it's not in the pulling section. It's not in the roundhouse. They say the big advantage is in the back part of the swing.
Okay.
That's where it really helps you. Now, it's true. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help your eye-hand coordination as far as actually putting the bat to the ball. I mean, you can swing as fast as you want, swing right over the ball, right under the ball, whatever. But it does give you the ability. It gives you probably a little bit extra time, even if it's 100th of a second, to decide whether to swing or not. And what the rule of thumb is, I think you have, from the moment the pitcher starts his wind up or something like that, you have like 4/10 of a second to decide whether to swing or not.
That's right. Well, those guys can't see the ball at 95 anyway.
That's right. And if you've got a half of a second to decide, that 25% increase is significant.
So
when
you're
yeah.
saying the acquisition of the so-called strength gives them the ability to swing the bat that much faster.
Yeah. In other words, the bat gets going faster in the back part of the swing. That's what I've heard. I don't know the science of it, but I'm just stabbing at it. But it makes sense to me, especially when you consider you're talking about a sport where you can fail 7 out of 10 times.
That's right.
And make the Hall of Fame.
That's right. Well,
I mean, come on.
When Babe Ruth held the record for most home runs, he also held the record for most strikeouts. Really?
That's right.
By a mile.
Oh, easily. But see, that's the thing I admire about Henry Aaron and Willie Mays and the Babe. I mean, these guys did it on beer and hamburgers. You got to love these guys. Mickey Mantle did it in a drunken stupor chasing skirts. I mean, well, anyway, we got to go out. We ran long here, and we're already at 9 minutes. We got to get out, or it won't pick us up on YouTube. Anyway, that's sports section for today. We'll be right back with ColbertRadio.com.